Hunger is a movement about empathizing with those who are hungry, specifically our neighbors. And in this meditation, we're going to expand our minds and our hearts to share that that joy that we will experience today, thanks to Benji, who's leading the meditation, and try to feel how we can not only feed ourselves with this joy, but also we can feed those who are in the need of nourishment and any kind of love. So by doing this together, we're amplifying definitely all the benefits from meditating, and we're also creating a world that knows no hunger. So we give Benji Brights a welcome. Thank you, Benji, for being here. If you don't know Benji, he lives in the mountains of North Carolina in a gardening community, and he's a student of the University of Life and a lover of nature, and he is exploring how to be his best self through the teachings of yoga and permaculture. So thank you, Benji, for being here.
Thank you, Sophie. And thank you, Fast for Hunger, for hosting this event. I am fasting today, and surprisingly not that cranky, which I think is awesome. And so there's this idea that by fasting, we're going to share a meal with people who may not have the fortune and the leisure to have a meal today, or may not be easily accessible to them. So I went to the store this morning and I bought a bunch of pies, and I brought pies to the local food pantry. And I figured that people didn't have easy access to pie, and I would love to have easy access to pie all the time. So that's a seed that I wanted to plant. And so in our meditation today, meditation in general, we fast. We fast from a lot of sensory perceptions or sensory experiences. We start to withdraw our senses in order to master them. And it's very easy to see when we start to fast from these sensory experiences, which ones we're chasing after and which ones we're pushing away from us. And there's a lot of things right now in this moment that we can harvest the joy of, the seeds that are ripening right now. So that's a meditation I want to work on today with you. And we're going to start a meditation by doing a little bit of shaking. And I know, so usually people have you sit down when we start meditation. I'm going to ask you to stand up, and we're going to shake for 2 minutes and just get some of this like stuff out of us, okay? So find an uncomfortable standing position. And you can just start with the hands and maybe bounce on the feet and get your shoulders into it. Just keep bouncing, just shake. Nobody's watching. Everybody's watching me. I'll embarrass myself for you. It's okay. Yeah, get your arms up. Shake, shake, shake. Get the legs into it, move around. Maybe at this point, you're getting to like, oh, I really want to stop. Don't stop, keep going. Jump up and down, jump up and down, shake, shake, shake. Keep going. It's only been a minute. One more minute. All right, 20 more seconds. Keep going, don't stop. Keep it going. Remember why you're doing this. All right. Now you can find an easy, comfortable sitting position. Maybe taking an inhale through the nose and a sigh through the mouth. And checking in with the 8 points of a meditative posture. Checking the legs, the hips and spine, checking your shoulders, your neck, the jaw, the tongue, and the eyes, and the breath. And just watch. Watch how the body is responding to the shaking. Use the breath to help to settle all that energy and just watch. You can try Anapanasmarti, mindfulness of the breath, by watching the breath move in and out through the tip of the nose. This helps us to start to fast from our sensory experiences and start to withdraw our senses from the external world. Perhaps noting the quality of the inhale and the quality of the exhale. Noticing a coolness on an inhale and a warmth on an exhale. It's easy to want to first correct for agitation and want to calm the mind down. However, we then slip into a subtle dullness. So we should correct for dullness by becoming more alert on an exhale and then relaxing on the inhale. Perhaps you notice that you can focus your attention on the breath, but you're also focusing on something else. To drop the something else, bring your awareness to the quality of your awareness. Noticing the breath and noticing the awareness being aware of the breath. Now we'll take a journey through our senses. And see if we can find sensations that help us feel joy. We're often chasing after new sensory experiences, like having another meal, having a snack. But as we fast, we can actually take joy in what's already ripening around us. So as we continue to focus at the level of the nose, we can recognize the sense power of smell. and we can harvest the joy of scent. So see if you can smell anything around you. Maybe the freshness of the air entering the nose. Maybe a perfume, a flower, some incense. If none arise easily, maybe you can remember a scent. Remembering the scent of a loved one or a pet. Maybe there's an unpleasant smell. And rather than pushing an unpleasant smell away, can you find some kind of joy in it? Or in the least not react to it? Now bring your attention to the sense organ of the ears and recognize the sense of hearing. And harvest the joy of sound. Being aware of what you can hear. Trying to find joy in the melodies of life all around you. Maybe you zoom in just to hear one sound. Or maybe you zoom out and try to hear all the sounds together as an orchestra. And then maybe you can hear the silence between the sounds. And bring your attention to the sense organ of the skin. And recognize the sense of touch. Maybe by scanning the body from the top of the head down to the feet. What do you feel? Are there any sensations you can harvest the joy of touch? Maybe it's the air on the skin. Maybe it's some clothing touching the skin. Maybe the stability of the muscles and the support of your meditation cushion or chair. Maybe it's a sensation of gravity keeping us on the ground. A very subtle sensation of See how all these sensations arise, linger, and eventually pass away. The mind moves from one object to another. You become aware of one sensation, and then it moves on. And you find a comfort or an acceptance in this impermanence. Bring your attention to the sense organ of the mouth. And we'll harvest the joy in taste. Maybe the taste of a drink you had before meditation. Maybe a saliva in your mouth. Maybe you remember the taste of your last meal. And maybe you wonder if you took a moment to actually taste the food. Or if you were distracted during your meal. And we can be grateful for that meal. And thinking about how many beings contributed to the food that we eat. And try and work out and see how many beings you can express your gratitude for just that one meal. The farmers, the packaging, the delivery trucks, plants, the sun, the earth, the people you shared a meal with, the chef, pollinators. Maybe you can just harvest the joy in that chain that connects you to all of life in just a single bite of a meal. And think about how much energy you've saved by fasting from that just one meal today. And all of those seeds didn't have to ripen. You chose to withdraw your senses and to skip out on taste and plant new seeds and meditate instead. And then maybe there's a new vibrancy, taste of your next. And you notice how fasting from the sensation of taste changes your experience of food. Bring your attention to the sense organs of the eyes and harvest the joy of sight. See the darkness behind your eyelids. Maybe you can visualize an image in your mind or recall something beautiful you've seen today. You saw a bunch of people on a Zoom screen who chose to fast and meditate today. Now try to bring your attention to all of the senses at the same time and harvest the joy of being alive. See how many sensations you can feel right in this moment. And let it fill your heart. Harvesting the joy of what's already there. Finding gratitude for what's right here in this moment. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Everything you need is right here. And maybe you choose to dedicate all of that joy from those who have a lack of need or have a lack of feeling sensation. They don't have food to eat, they can't see, can't hear. Maybe they are overstimulated, they feel too much. Maybe you can just think about them, try to give to them from your heart. Hopefully you've seen that this life has a lot of joy to give, and a lot of joy it's already giving you now. If we just give ourselves the chance to be with it. I want to thank you for practicing with us today. I hope that your heart continues to harvest all the joy around you and that you continue in your practice. And when you're ready, you can become aware of the room around you and open your eyes. And maybe take in a beautiful sight of people all over the world meditating and harvesting joy. And maybe you actually look at the space you're in, like actually look through your eyes. And all of the memories and all of the things that we associate with the things around us. And find the joy in them. Thank you guys for showing up today and I hope maybe you donate some pies or maybe donate a meal. And Sophie's going to share how you can do that and how you can interact with Fast for Hunger. Thank you for meditating, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Benji. Thank you for making us feel so alive and for letting us share this powerful feeling of gratitude, not only to help those who are hungry, but maybe those who are overfed, overstimulated. It was really beautiful. And well, yes, we have the opportunity now to take this beautiful feeling of gratitude and joy and do something, to take action. And the way you can do this is you can find an organization, a hunger relief organization in your community, or maybe there's a neighbor who's hungry and needs your help. And you can then donate the money that you didn't spend because you haven't eaten or you won't eat for the rest of your day. Or you can give the food that you didn't eat to that person or that hunger relief organization. And then we will ask you to please fill out a form that we will be sharing right now. The image, Paulina, can you help me to share the image? So in this image, you can either scan the report out form code. There you will report if you fasted and who you help. And that will help us a lot. It's really valuable because we can measure the success of this movement. And we also share the link via Zoom chat right now. And then, well, if we ask you to please help us start a hunger relief virus, and all those, any thoughts, any action you taken by fasting or giving this food or donating, it will be amazing to have those images or videos shared via Instagram. You can share them, post them in the Yoga Studies Institute Instagram account, or maybe you don't use Instagram and you can just email to info@yogastudiesinstitute.org. And please share anything that could inspire other people and create this beautiful virus. And if you are even more inspired to help, well, you can volunteer to support this movement, and you can also send us an email. And also you can become a sponsor to help us to support the operations of this movement. And finally, we want to invite you to the next Fast for Hunger event. Will be, Paulina, could you keep the image? Sorry. So there you'll see the next event date. Connie O'Brien will lead the meditation. It will be on May 19th. And you can subscribe by going to our website, and you can either subscribe on the newsletter, or we will change the link in a few minutes, because right now it will take you to this event, and there you can subscribe to the next event. And we really hope we can see you there. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you, for bringing light to this world and sharing your joy and your love with everyone. Thank you, all the volunteers translating, Paulina for hosting. Thank you, Benji, for leading this beautiful meditation. And thank you, it's an honor.
Yay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you, Benji. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Paulina.
Gracias. Have a beautiful day or night.